Howdy, boys and girls, and welcome to today's math lesson. Today we're going to be talking about understanding that the two digits of a two-digit number represents an amount of tens of ones. But what we're going to review is when we looked at tens frames. So, I'm going to turn that off. My face is a little dark, but we're going to go over these 10 frames and how to write this as tens and ones. So this tool, okay, is actually on your Seesaw activity. So I'll show that to you once we finish with our little mini lesson. So this right here shows a bunch of different tens frames. Some are filled in the full way and some aren't. So first what I want to know is I want to know the total number. So I want to know the number. What's the number that is up there? What's the value of all those tens frames and some of the leftovers? So we have 1 10, 2 tens, and 3 tens. So if I drew a tens and ones chart, I would have 3 tens, and then this is how many left over I have. So I have 2 left over. So my total number is 32. Now, if I asked you to tell me how many tens and then how many ones there were, you would just have to do the same thing we just did. 1, 2, 3 tens, and then I have 2 left over. Okay? So do you see how I did that? I just counted them like they were tens and ones cubes, okay? Don't get too flustered by this. This is review. We've already done this, but I know sometimes when we review back to things we've already learned, we forget. Okay, so I'm going to start over, okay? And this is on your Seesaw activity attached to the example for you to practice with tens frames. So I'm going to put some tens frames out here. And I'm going to, and this says 10, and you can literally fill in a tens frame to practice. Alrighty, so now I want to know the total number. What's the number? What's the total value of all of these tens frames and then the ones left over? So how many tens frames do I have filled completely? That's right, I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I looked at a tens and ones chart, right, I have 4 tens. Now, how many ones or left over do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have 5 ones left over. So I know my number just from looking at that is 45. But I can also count 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So I have 45 as my total. Now I want to know how many tens I have and how many ones I have. Same thing like we did here. I have 4 tens, full tens frames filled, right? And then I have 5 ones or 5 leftovers, okay? Alrighty, let's do another one. Let's do one more and then we're going to go over your Seesaw activity. Alrighty. So this time, again, I want to know the total number, right? So I might draw this out with a tens and ones chart. How many full tens frames do I have filled all the way? I have 1 tens frame completely filled, right? How many leftovers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I have 9 ones left over. So my total should be a 1 and a 9, right? And if I counted 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19. Now, if I wanted to know how many 10s and how many 1s, I see one tens frame completely filled, and I see one tens frame who just needs one spot. So I know that's 9. So I have 9 1s. And if I look at my 10s and 1s chart, I see I have 1 10 and 9 1s. All right, so now what I want to go over with you is your seesaw assignment, which is very similar to what we just did, okay? I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like with the example. So this is what it'll pop up as. You have the example here. If you click on this link, it'll take you directly to this site where you can practice with tens frames and building different tens frames, okay? And practice making the numbers. Once you finish practicing though, you're going to tap Add Response. I'm going to be a sample student. And then you see that I have Sawyer used counters to show a 2-digit number on tens frames. So he has his tens frames here. I want to know the total number here and then how many 10s and how many 1s. Same thing here. Zoe used counters to show a 2-digit number. Total number, how many 10s, how many 1s. Then here, Dallas counted these tens frames. Total number, how many 10s and how many 1s. Okay, nothing different, nothing crazy, just like we went over together real quickly, okay? And this is review. And if you need to, practice for a long time with that manipulative, online interactive manipulative tool. And if you need to, you can always come back, rewatch this lesson. If not, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.